What If Series 2, Episode 1, titled What If Nebula Joined the Nova Corps? Now, of course, this is the beginning of a brand new series of What If you don't know the concept of it, because here's the thing, it's an authority show. I mean, at the end of the day, even though, yeah, Series N ended with the Multiverse Avengers. What they call it? The Guardians of the Multiverse, whatever the thing was. Anyway, but what the concept is with What If is you got the Watcher, who is kind of the Time Lord of the multiverse, where he's able to look at the multiverse, but he's not allowed to interfere interfere the events that happens in the multiverse, even though that's how Series 1 ended, and that's how most of the comics happen, where he does interfere because it's like he can't help but interfere. Technically, he is the Doctor of the Multiverse. Let's be honest. But he takes us on these journeys, several universes, seeing multiple concepts of the multiverse, and seeing what if the events of this case, because it's animated, because it's a TV show, what if the events of the MCU's movies and now TV shows happen slightly differently? What if Peggy Carter became Captain America, except Steve Rogers? What if Killmonger saved Tony Stark? What if the MCU became zombies? Of course, the Doctor Strange episode. Well, it was a long title. What was it called? What if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? Which is the highlight episode of Series 1. So that's the concept of the show. And, even though Series 1 was very hit or miss, with every good episode, you kind of get a bad episode, aka Killmonger's episode. But every good episode, you have a bad episode. As much as it was a hit or miss, it was like the concept alone of seeing different realities, different takes, of seeing different worlds and different of these characters that we have known through the MCU. It's like, okay, let's check it out. Let's go watch season 2, right? And it starts with this story of dealing with the multiverse, dealing with Nebula, join the Nova Corps. And at the beginning of it, at the beginning I was like, okay, that's a neat concept. Okay, Ronan just straight off kills Thanos. Clearly, Kanoa joins Ronan, Nebula joins the Nova Corps, and because there's no Guardians of the Galaxy in this universe, Ronan is about to invade Xander and destroy the Nova Corps and the entire planet of Xander. And Glenn Close's character from the first Guardians makes it a giant shield around the entire planet, and it's like, we got 50 years, and no way Warren's gonna stick around for 50 years just so he can bomb our planet. And hope for the best. But it turns out 5 years later, it turns into Blade Runner, and I not shit you not. This whole thing turns into Blade Runner. Like, it's very bleak, it's very dark, everything's very moody, everything has a sci-fi war aspect to it. That I was like, okay, this is interesting, and I was like, yeah, this feels maybe a little bit too Blade Runner-y. Maybe to the point of whip-offery or parody, to the point it's a little bit distracting. But when the story keeps continuing, I was like, okay, neat, I like it. We're seeing Howard the Duck and Korg, and we see Groot, and there's little hints to it. Like, we see Drax in it a little bit, setting up like a version of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, at least Groot's there. And you can kind of tell that person's that character, that person's that character, that person's that character. You can tell Korg, you're Drax, Groot, you're Groot, Howard the Duck, you're Rocket. You can kind of figure out who would be those members in this new version of it. But it is one of those stories where it's so, I don't say sci-fi, but you kind of feel the beats. I don't lie. I was kind of watching it. I was like, I felt the beats of the story a mile away. Like I'm like, okay, was it the Grand Nova? What's it? Nova President? Yeah, Nova President. The Nova President is like, of course, she's the bad guy in this, and the biggest surprise that was it Marvel? You know, Jude Law's character from Captain Marvel. His character's in it. Being like the 48 hours, like I need to break a bad guy, I need to put out of prison. I was like, and I think it's actually his voice by him. I was like, oh, cool, awesome, okay. I don't say that's much of a deep cut reference, but I was like, okay, that's a like out of all the characters that you could think of, you know, grabbing from the MCU. You're like, oh yeah, okay, you. We're gonna pick this character. I was like, okay, cool. It took me a while. I thought it was like the Grand Master for a second, but I was like, no, it's like Marvel. You know, and definitely when you see a Creed outfit, and that the action's quite neat. The music is wonderful. You know, and the animation has picked up. It's been a while since I watched a What If episode, but I feel that okay, they got a little bit more money with this. They got a little bit more money to just polish the animation a little bit more. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the episode. Do I think it was the most fantastic episode in the history of mankind? No. But for a beginning episode, I mean, here's the thing: it's a hell of a lot better episode than the first episode of Series 1, which was literally just cool. The concept of Peggy Carter being Captain America, except Steve Rogers. I'm like, cool, that's awesome, that's a neat idea. Oh, we're just gonna play First Avenger, but it's just with Peggy, it's at Steve. Okay, we're not with little changes here. Okay, that's not much of a change there. No, it's like, okay, that's it, cool, fine. Yeah, they didn't explore much. This one completely. It kind of shows that, hey, we're going to go different places. We're going to go into dive with different things. Now, Series 1 was the parent cleanser. Now is full on. Series 1 feels like the parent cleanser. Now, Series 2, we can just go on. Like, now you know the concept of the show. Now we can dive into weird and wacky ideas. And knowing that, like, we're only getting 2 live action Marvel shows next year, which is Echo, which comes out in a couple of weeks, and then Attica, and the West is animation with X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Black Panther one, what's it called? It's called Eyes of Wakanda. This is not a bad way to start the animation cycle of Marvel. So anyway, comment below what you thought of this episode. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, by the way, the voice acting. Not one bad performance in the entire thing. Yeah, Carrie Gillan does a good job voicing a different type of Nebula, and you know, Tucker T and Steph Green and Joe Law, all those people who play their live action counterparts. Yeah, voiceover, because you know Series 1 there was also a thing where it's like ooh no, yeah, there was a bit of not everyone. You can tell, like, not everyone's a natural voice actor. So, anyway, comment below what you think of this episode. Let me know your